The premiere episode captured the long-awaited reunion of the Straw Hat Pirates following a 2-year separation. The crew was initially scattered by Bartholomew Kuma during the events leading up to the Paramount War, during which Luffy witnessed the devastating loss of his sworn brother, Ace. This traumatic experience pushed Luffy to grow stronger and make sure his crew was prepared for any challenges ahead. To ensure they were fully ready, he sent a coded message to the crew, delaying their reunion to allow everyone time to train rigorously. In these 2 years, each Straw Hat member underwent intense training to elevate their abilities. Luffy, mentored by the legendary Silver's Rayleigh, developed control over his Haki abilities, strengthening his Conqueror's Haki to face the new world's brutal demands. Zoro trained under Dracul Mihawk, mastering his swordsmanship and achieving an intimidating new level of strength. Although other crew members lacked access to such renowned teachers, they still honed their unique skills to an impressive degree, setting the stage for an action-packed entry. Chopper is upset because he thinks his friends don't care about saving Robin. Determined, he runs off to rescue her alone. 2 Marines notice him and realize the real Straw Hat Pirates are back, so they alert the Marine base to arrest them. Sentomaru, along with 2 powerful pacifistas, prepares to face the crew, knowing how strong they have become. While this is happening, Sanji and Zoro argue on their way back to their ship, the Thousand Sunny, and Nami and Usopp run into Chopper. They explain that the people Chopper saw earlier were imposters pretending to be them. Meanwhile, the fake Straw Hats are caught by surprise when the Marines arrive, leading to chaos. Sentomaru exposes the fake Luffy as a weak pirate, and the real Luffy, using his new abilities, defeats one of the pacifistas. The real Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji show their true strength by easily defeating their opponents and escaping toward their ship. Luffy thanks Rayleigh, his mentor, and confidently declares that he will become the Pirate King. Zoro, Sanji, and Luffy express their gratitude to Rayleigh, who remembers training Luffy and gets emotional. When the Marines pursue them, Rayleigh stops them by cutting a line on the ground as a warning. Sanji takes his food supplies, while Zoro notices the Marines trying to outflank them. Perona appears and uses her negative hollow ability against the Marines, and Chopper arrives on a bird to help. Brook joins the crew in a comedic moment with Nami, and soon all the Straw Hat Pirates reunite. Sanji's reaction to seeing Nami and Robin is exaggerated, leading to a funny moment. The Marines attack, but are intercepted by the Kuja Pirates, including Boa Hancock, which leaves Sanji stunned. Meanwhile, Caribou's group attacks the fake Straw Hats, showcasing his Logia powers. Rayleigh reflects on Gol D. Roger as he feels emotional about the new era Luffy is leading. Sentomaru reports that some fake Straw Hats and Caribou's pirates escaped, noting how the real Straw Hats have grown stronger. The episode ends with the crew setting sail for the new world, amazed by the underwater sights, with a bit of humor from Luffy and Zoro. Caribou pirates attacking the Straw Hats as their ships draw close undersea. Caribou jumps aboard the Thousand Sunny, but his crew is dragged away by Momo, who flees after recognizing Nami, Sanji, and Luffy. Left alone, Caribou begs for his life, making excuses to avoid being thrown into the sea. Later, as Nami explains the undersea currents to the crew, the Thousand Sunny is suddenly caught in a downward current. The Straw Hats encounter the Kraken, a massive sea monster blocking their path. Luffy eagerly decides to tame it, while the Kraken destroys the returning Caribou pirates' ship. Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji coat themselves to fight the Kraken and showcase their new techniques from 2 years of training. Sanji demonstrates Fiery Kick, while Zoro uses his powerful sword technique. Luffy finishes off the Kraken with a Haki-infused elephant gun. A friendly shark wearing a t-shirt emerges from the Kraken and disappears into the deep sea. Luffy, Zoro, and Sanji are sucked into a strong undersea current, leaving the remaining Straw Hats to search for them while navigating volcanoes and enormous sea creatures. They continue their journey to Fish-Man Island. While searching for missing friends, they discover Caribou hiding in a barrel and plotting against them. Frankie quickly traps him before anything happens. They face undersea volcanoes and giant sea creatures, making everyone nervous. Frankie uses coup de burst to escape, but it weakens their protective bubble. After barely escaping a giant anglerfish, a huge creature named Watatsumi appears, knocking out the anglerfish. The Flying Dutchman then shows up, and its captain, Vanderdecken, orders Watatsumi to destroy their ship. Luckily, the Kraken defeats Watatsumi. As the volcano erupts, Tsurume jumps off a cliff to help the crew escape. Usopp blocks falling rocks, but Tsurume is hit and knocked out. At the bottom of the cliff, they finally see Fish-Man Island, but are stopped by fishmen riding sea monsters. One of them insults Tsurume for helping humans and gives the crew a choice: join the new Fish-Man pirates or die. Luffy refuses boldly, and Nami tells Frankie to use a powerful coup de burst. on their way to Fish-Man Island, finds themselves separated after crossing dangerous underwater currents. Luffy wakes up with Sanji, Usopp, and Chopper surrounded by friendly mermaids, including Kami, an old friend. Kami welcomes them with soup and introduces the group to the Mermaid Cove, where they meet cheerful mermaids, and even Sanji, who is thrilled to see them. However, trouble brews as the group learns about the tense relationship between humans and fishmen, and that their arrival might have attracted unwanted attention from the royal guards and local pirates. Things take a turn when Sanji gets overly excited and faints due to a massive nosebleed, putting his life in danger because of his rare blood type. While Chopper pleads for a donor, a hostile fishman named Hammond mocks their situation and reveals an old rule banning blood donations between humans and fishmen. Despite the tension, Luffy steps up and defeats Hammond and his allies to protect his crew. With Kami's help, they escape on a royal gondola, heading deeper into Fish-Man Island to search for answers and help for Sanji.